do you think of that then?
I enjoyed it. I thought I'm going to give him a clap, he deserves it. Well done, Jammer.
Well done, Jammer.
I thought that we changed shape on 3 at the back and the guys have really adapted to it. So we looked solid. Another clean sheet, that's the 3rd one in the last 7 games. And it's impressive. I was pleased. The boys worked really hard, they listened to what we wanted to do, and we're progressing, we're getting better, and that's what we asked for. We've got a strap line at the moment. One of the things we're doing, team is everything, and I think that some of the blocks at the end of the first half were insane. They were really good, and they're giving everything. I think they're showing the supporters that they care about what we're doing and they want to get better.
And also, it's quite a physical game today, wasn't it? Very physical. One of the most physical ones this year, I think, or the season.
Yeah, it was a competitive game, and we stood up to it. We had young Henry come on at the end and put a couple of tackles in. So, yeah, we're competing now with people. We're not easy to play against, and the boys' attitude's been spot on.
And to go free after 3 minutes 1-0 against they are a class team actually, aren't they? They just we're the better one on the day today, weren't we?
Yeah, they're a good side, and we stopped them playing as much as we could, but they're decent, and I'm pleased with how we played against them. We were good today.
Yeah, okay, ladies and gentlemen, your assistant manager, Danny Bloomfield. Thank you, Danny. Cheers.
So we're here with Julian Dix after the game at Featherstone Walton today. Julian, what do you make of that?
From my point of view, my side was not good enough. Take nothing away from Felixstowe. They sailed their store. They had 3 opportunities in the first half. They scored 2, which you have to do. We had a few opportunities and we didn't take ours. We had a penalty that we missed, which happens. That's one of them things. But from my point of view, my team wasn't good enough by a long shot. Yeah,
and generally in the league, you've been doing really well. So is there any difference today?
Well, we have been doing well. But like I said to him at the end of the game and at half time, we went the Great Wakering. Pitch wasn't great, weather wasn't great, we get beat.
Yeah.
We played it Solheim a couple of weeks ago, pitch wasn't great, weather was okay, we get beat. Come here today, right, the pitch ain't great, but you have to deal with that.
Yeah.
So there's a pattern that from our away games are not good enough. Some games we do well, like say Coggeshall, but it's just a pattern is not from my point of view, it's not acceptable.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much for taking time to talk to us today.
You're welcome.
Good luck with the rest of the league.
I appreciate it, thank you.
Thanks.
Well, when somebody saves a penalty, you don't not interview them, do you? So I'm here with Jack. Go on, talk it through.
So I was kind of tipped off by the goalkeeper coach before the game, and he told me that the last games that they played, they've always gone to the goalkeeper's right. But I look up and it's the different penalty taker. So I was a bit stunned, so I was like, well, I'm just going to go with what the coach has said anyway. And I made my mind up already. I flinched to the left just to make sure that he was going to the right and came out on top. So.
Because can you imagine what it's like for the fans to sit in there and you think, come on Jack, come on Jack.
I know. Whenever they do it, I mean, we've had loads of penalties against us this year, and every single time he blows whistle and I'm like, oh no. And it's always because we're either ahead or just behind and it's close. I was.
And it sounded like there was a nice little bit of banter with some of the Heybridge fans behind the goal now.
So I had a lot of banter behind the game, behind the back.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. It
Does that ever put you off, or?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't put me off. I tend to keep focused throughout the game. I'm constantly, watching. But yeah, so it doesn't affect me entirely. I carry on what I'm doing.
Just briefly on the game generally, what did you make of it?
Very happy.
I
think the defence was solid. I think there's 3 clean sheets at home
now,
which is brilliant, and obviously the goal scorers as well. We're scoring goals at the minute, and you can't take away from the boys.
Getting a goal after 3 minutes is
brilliant. It was brilliant. It set us up for the whole game,
Yeah.
and all we had to do was keep a clean sheet, and we did that. So
and everybody worked hard, bro.
Everyone
Certainly
worked
looked
hard.
like it.
Yeah, everyone put a shift in. There's a lot more to giving us, like within the boys at the minute, and it's going well.
Great, good. Thanks for your time.
No worries.
Cheers, Jack.
Thank you.
Yeah.